What's up? What's up? What's up? My 4C gang, cooking, comedy, cussing, and cocktails. I said I'm gonna start using all of my platforms, so I may be on this channel, I may be on other channel, but I want to welcome you guys in. Welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome in. Got a couple of things we're gonna be talking about tonight. So you guys come on in. Come on in. Hey, good evening, Mika, Shawanda, Miss Smith. How y'all doing? How you doing? How you doing? I'll give y'all a chance to come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in the room. Come on in the room. Come on in. We got a couple of things we're going to talk about, but mainly I will be talking about the 21-year-old young lady, black lady in Brooklyn, who over a parking spot was jumped and beaten by a family. They were immigrant. I think it was Chaldean, but I know they're not of black descent. At first, they thought they were Puerto Rican, but they're not. So we will be talking about that. We're gonna give people time to get in. I'm gonna warm up a piece of chicken. We're gonna warm up a piece of chicken right quick. Um, Hold on. Play one song right quick, just a little 5 minute song. Not even a 5 minute song, but um, hold on. Come on in, come on in. I see we got a couple of people in here. So we're gonna play one song right quick. Yeah, we're gonna play a song right quick.
Love slots? The DraftKings Casino app's got you covered.
Come on in, come on in. Of course, I'll play one about mamas. In my life. For all time. All right, mama. All right, y'all. I have one piece of chicken. Let me just, dear Lord, Father God, I thank you, Jesus. I thank you for this wonderful food that I'm about to receive for the nourishment of my body. Y'all know I'm always eating. So, I received a phone call tonight, and I'm glad I had already set this live up before I received the phone call. So, I received a phone call, and I said hello, and I didn't, nobody answered. And I said, don't call. I said, why did y'all do that? Call my fucking phone and don't say nothing. And I hung up. So the number calls me back. I said, hello. They said, yeah, Michael, you got time to talk. I said, who is this? Uh, who is it? Vanessa. I said, Vanessa who? Vanessa K. I said, well, no, I don't. I said, I'm about to go live. Yet, I'm still being nice, right? I said, I'm about to go live. I said, but I tell you what, I have your number. When I'm done with my live, I'll call you. She said, so what, you gonna go live so you can disrespect me again? She said, so what, you gonna go live so you can disrespect me again? At that point, I hung up the phone. See, I was still gonna give a moment to say, you know what, if that's what you think, okay, let's talk about it. But what we not gonna do is call me however you got my number, so be it. Hell, I think it's on social media. But what we not gonna do is motherfucking call me to call yourself checking me. Now, if you're a grown ass woman and you want to talk, you should have motherfucking talked. But you lost that right there. You lost it. So what you gonna do? Go live so you can check me again? I mean, disrespect me? You disrespected your motherfucking self. I didn't disrespect you. You disrespected yourself. When your husband came over here, y'all, come on, stop that. So at this point, Vanessa K, there's no reason to call my number again. Because you started that off on the wrong motherfucking foot. How did you get my number any motherfucking way? Was probably out there, but still. Yeah, I said, yeah, and I was being nice. You know what? Okay, I'll call you, but I'm going to lie. What? So you can disrespect me, girl? That been brewing in you that long? Cause I hadn't even thought about you. I had not even thought about Vanessa K anymore. I thought she was still over there with Michael Stovall, moderating for him. That's what you had. Stay over there. It's girl. What I say to you ain't gonna make a difference either way anyway. If that's how you feel and you think that's what I did, okay, it is what it is. And you call me for what? Come on. What up, Joy? I mean, call with that. If somebody just said, hey, I'll call you, that meant they were willing to figure out whatever it is. Because evidently, see, I wouldn't have called you. You called me, I don't know for what, to check me for closure. But I was not going to give you that. That is why I politely just hung up the phone. Or what you just calling me to let you know you have my number. Sweetheart, my number is public. That is nothing. My number is public. Come on, somebody. My number is public. Now, If I had to say yeah, then what? Yeah, I'm going to allow to disrespect you. That was a dumbass question. It was a messy question. And it showed me what type of shit you was on. You didn't call for no resolve. You called to what? Try to check me? Girl, you best better check me over social media because you'll never check me again through voice. I have the gift of goodbye. And I keep telling folk that. I have the gift of goodbye. Some people I wouldn't give one time. I didn't like the way you move, but I didn't like the way you move. Period. And there's nothing that's going to change that. I don't like somebody one way over here and then another way somewhere else. And that's it. And that's what you were. I never had a problem with you. If you had never, if you had never asked me to stop talking about somebody and asked me, well, do it, but you didn't do it over there, that's why I had the problem with it. Period. You know, I'm starting to think people that hang with people a little off seem to be a little motherfucking off. I'm just saying. But for you to ask me, um, hold on, I really wanna, yeah, I get what I'm saying. Okay, I see people coming in. Before I start with this story, hmm,
Watch how fast the dude in the white turns around
yeah,
and stops there.
I made some good fried chicken today, y'all. You gotta stop letting people bother your peace, steal your joy. Those are things that I repeat. Now, I have never talked to old girl on the phone, and that's how that is. I disrespected her. You disrespected me. This is what
You
y'all.
know, a lot of problems come from not putting people
Hold on, y'all. Let me tell y'all this.
in place the first time they tried you. You know, a lot of problems come from not putting people in their place the first time they tried you. You know, a lot of problems come from not putting people in their place the first time they tried you.
Come on. A lot of problems that arise and people have on YouTube, Facebook, and all of that, or in family, is because you did not put people in their place the first time they tried you. Opens up the door for people to keep doing the same thing to you. I'm a person you only gonna have to come back once. I'm gonna say what I feel and I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm not gonna look at you and you just go on and on. Every time I see it, you let me. No, you'll do that elsewhere, but it won't be to me. Nip it in the bud. That's the same thing. Nip it in the bud. Joy, I seen your video. I didn't see all of it. I said, well, all right. Go ahead and address some shit. Sometimes you have to address some shit. It is what it is. Can't nobody do you no more than you allow them to. Now, people can say what they want. You can never stop people from how they feel about you, what they say about you, what lies they tell about you. But what you can stop them from doing is saying it to you. They can try to say it, and you can shut it the fuck down. I really was amazed at what. So you can, because I'm telling you, I'm busy and I'm about to go live, and you telling me, oh, what? So you can, so you still want to talk right now. I thought I was too busy. That man, you've been sitting there thinking about that, and I have not thought about it once. Some people will let stuff build up and think about it and think about it, and the other person ain't even thinking about it. The other person ain't thinking about it at all. So we have this 21-year-old lady,
You know, a lot of
young
problems
woman,
come for not putting people. Happy Monday, y'all.
21-year-old young woman
People.
who in New York, parking spots are the hardest spots. I know. Listen, we went to New York. We were doing it. I was doing a play at New York at the Beacon Theater, and we didn't stay in New York, but we stayed close enough. And so we had a tour bus. We might have stayed a half an hour, 45 minutes away. So we're on the tour bus, getting down the street to get to the venue. Got a show, got a show. And it was a car double park. I mean, in New York, there's cars everywhere. So we're on the bus, we're blowing a horn. Beep, beep, beep. Nobody comes out. It was a small car too. Didn't all of us guys get off that bus and literally lifted the car out the way? And then people started clapping. And look, baby, you had a bus full of Detroit people. Baby, Detroit people. You was messing with our money. And we moved the car. Got back on that bus and pulled on off. Detroit people in New York acting up. You know Detroit people gonna be Detroit wherever the fuck they go. Wherever we go, Detroit is gonna come out of us. So the girl says she gets off work. Um, let's listen to her account of it. And then I'll have to, I forgot this is the other channel. I was gonna show the video, but I think I'm gonna have to show it to you. But listen, anyway, let's listen to. Wait 1 minute. Mm-mm-mm-mm. I don't remember. Memories. Mm-mm-mm. Oh shit, where am I at? Okay, let's listen to the account of it.
That's a movie. Some people have jumped over a parking space. Jumping over a parking space. It was racially motivated because they kept calling my hair and calling me racial slurs, such as monkey and a slave, things like that. But over here, I got basically jumped over a parking space, and it's a very traumatic situation. So basically, I was getting off of work, and I was trying to park, and the guy he basically used the trash can to like block me from parking. So I had left. I was avoiding conversation. I had already had a long day at work and things like that. So I circled around the block like three, four times, and then I came back in like 30 minutes. And then I told him, I'm like, you can't hold a parking space like that, especially if you're not even in the car. You're just holding it with trash can. So after that, the conversation grew. He got very like erratic, like very like he just became like it was no zero, like it was no zero, 5, 10. It was just 0 to 100. Like he grew up really fast. And then after the video actually started when the person came downstairs and they attacked me. But way before that, it was just me, the old lady, and the man arguing. And as soon as he came downstairs, he was the one that attacked me. And what was this guy? He was the one, the only one that helped give me water and everything after the situation. Yeah, yeah, he could barely walk. So everybody in the comments saying that he didn't help, he could barely even walk. So I don't wrong him. I don't do that. If you're not here before 5 o'clock, it's basically no parking. And everybody over here works. Everybody has a job. So you have to keep up to teach them. So me coming up from work, I always never find any parking. Parking is like a hassle. I'll be here circling the block for hours parking, and I just won't find. I don't have to wait till 3 o'clock in the morning for somebody to move out the space to get a parking spot. That's how bad it is. It's speculation that I dropped charges, and I didn't drop charges. I heard that they were trying to press charges against me. So me and my family are taking full, basically we're taking full action. Karma's gonna come, and I like how the community, it even brought the community together more even as a whole. So it just, things happen for a reason. Thank you for the support. I really thank everybody for the support. I didn't even expect it to even get this big or go viral. So I really thank everybody for the support. It really means a lot to me. So yes, I think thank everybody for coming out. This is
Um,
the quickest way to clear out stuck poop. I have to poop. I feel
Let
stuck.
me find it. I want to let y'all see the video. I don't know. Y'all might have seen the video.
Fiber helps you poop. No.
It was
Fiber
ridiculous.
helps stuck poop. It's like adding more cars to a traffic jam. Try laxative then? Are you insane? Laxative turns new poop into liquid.
Uh-oh. Oh, God. Oh, I forgot it's on my other phone here. Okay, so this is the people that jumped her apart. First of all, let me show y'all them fighting her. Okay, hold on. That's not the one. Hold on. Did y'all see that? Let's watch that one more time. They jumped this girl, and one of them was a. I'm so mad every time I watch this. Hold on, let me go back and look at it. So it's two men. It's two men and a girl. It's two men. Okay. So now let's go. This is what happened. She gets off of work and she's looking for a parking spot. And they have the reason she's into it with them is because they have like a garbage can. You know what they do that in Detroit? Well, you do it in front of your house. We don't own parking spots. And so she rode around, she said about a half an hour, and she told me, hey, y'all can't be saving those spots. And that is where it started. So hold on. Let's go back. Now, here is the people that jumped her trying to explain it. Right? Okay, this why isn't this loud? Let's find another one that's loud. And one of them was a transgender. One of them was a transgender woman.
Fear for my life. I fear for my life. I've been drinking, I haven't been sleeping since I got out of jail. I haven't been Christmas. I've been feared for my life. I'm scared to drink and doing exactly what they say, man. When I told them earlier, please because they were coming here, I thought they were joining me because when that riot was going down, shit's out. When I told them earlier,
Oh, I hate women. What? Let me find. I really need to find them because they got exactly what they deserve. And this is the people outside the apartment that stood up. Okay, shit, they doing too much here. Hold on. This is doing too fucking much. 21-year-old girl in New York gets beat up over parking spot. This is her talking about it.
21-year-old expected road trip on the Turo app. Extra fun, extra friends. And asleep, things like that. But over here I got basically jumped over a parking space. And it's a very traumatic situation. And so basically I was getting off of work and I was trying to park. And the guy basically used the trash can to like block me from parking. So I had left. I was avoiding conversation because I had already had a long day at work and things like that. So I circled around the block like 3 more times and then I came back in like 30 minutes. And then I told him, I'm like, you can't hold a parking space like that, especially if you're not even in the car, you're just holding it with trash can. So after that, the conversation grew. He got very like erratic, like very like he just became like it was no zero, like it was no zero fun, and it was just zero time. Like he was really fast, and then after the video actually started when the person came downstairs and they had talked. But way before that, it was just me, the old lady, they had argued. And as soon as he came downstairs, he was the one that attacked me. And what was this guy? He was the one, the only one that helped me, water and everything after the situation. Yeah, yeah, he could barely walk. So everybody in the comments saying that he didn't help, he could barely even walk. So I don't wrong him. If you're not here before 5 o'clock, it's basically no parking. And everybody else is work. Everybody has a job. You have to keep up to busy. So me coming up from work, I always never find any parking. Parking is like a house. So I'll be here to circling around for hours parking, and I just won't find. I'll have to wait till 3 o'clock in the morning for somebody to move up the space to get a parking spot. That's how bad it is. It's regulations that I drop charges, and I didn't drop charges. I heard that they were trying to press charges against me. So me and my family are taking full basically we're taking full action. Karma's gonna come, and I like how the community it even brought the community together where I when as a whole. So it just things happen for a reason. So I really think everybody's because I didn't even expect it to even get this big or viral. So I really think everybody or it really means a lot. So I do think everybody's coming out.
And she called them. She did call them. She called them a race. I mean, not racist, immigrants, but they had called her a monkey. They had said a lot of things about her, and of course, in the heat of it, we all say some things. Hold on, but I want to show you the people that came out to her defense after the fact. Let's see what the lady got to say.
Next to that armed confrontation in Michigan.
Wait, let's see what the woman got to say.
Parking lot. It allegedly began with a physical bump at a restaurant entrance that escalated to an angry exchange with accusations of racism and finally a weapon appeared. ABC's
Oh,
Alex
this ain't it. Hold on. Community comes to the 21-year-old girl who got beat up over the park spot in New York.
Community counsel to the 21-year-old girl the park spot in New York.
Wait. Community takes up a 21-year-old girl who gets beat up in New York over the parking spot.
Community takes up a 21-year-old girl who gets beat up in New York over the parking spot.
That's it. Oh, I guess I can't find it, Chad.
Arguments over a parking spot in Queens turns violent. A resident in the Ridgewood neighborhood says one of her neighbors used a garbage can to try and save a parking spot on the street. And when she couldn't find anywhere else to park, tried to move it, words were exchanged, and fists started flying. And residents who live in the area say that this brawl was years in the making. Eyewitness News reporter Crystal Cranmore spoke exclusively with the woman who was attacked.
I couldn't tell that I was getting hit in the head and everything. I was just trying to defend myself at the time.
A cell phone video shows 21-year-old Jada McPherson taking blow after blow.
It just all happened so fast. Her agenda was to pull my head. That was their main agenda. Like it's three against one, and I'm like 130 pounds barely.
The fight started over an issue New Yorkers know all too well.
Parking is like hard to find.
McPherson said she was returning home from work when she was trying to park her car on Putnam Avenue near Underdog Avenue in Ridgewood, Queens, Monday evening.
The guy came and put a garbage can behind my car. It's like, I'm not your park. I circled the block like 3-4 times. I came back and I'm like, it's been like 30 minutes and you're still here.
A verbal altercation with a man and two other women, police identified as Andrea Dimitru and Sabrina Starman.
I'm not gonna lie, I called her immigrant, but she called me a slave and she called me a monkey.
Quickly turned violent. Medics treated McPherson at the scene and arrested Dimitru and Starman. Neighbors say they are family and there have been issues with them holding parking spots for years.
So we're finding the grocery street, and had a whole spot issues there, monitoring it, and that's what happened. I just heard, yeah, I heard voices, looked out the window and saw cars flying when they're coming home at rush hour. It can take like up to an hour to find parking.
McPherson says she's ready to put this tragedy behind her and has even found a lesson through it all.
It gives you a different look at life. Like, you understand what I'm saying? Like, certain things, you just have to like let it be.
Police have charged 45-year-old Andrea Dimitru and 21-year-old Sabrina Starman with assault. Authorities are still looking for a third individual. In Ridgewood, Queens, Crystal Cranmore, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
A black woman assaulted by bigots over a parking dispute. We have footage. Here it is. Put up the picture in full mass. Black woman is assaulted by a group of bigots over a parking lot. Here's what happened. The footage widely circulated on Reddit and Instagram shows McPherson trying to claim the open spot when a man blocks her with the trash can. Words were exchanged, then fist. The man disappeared before police arrived, but McPherson was soon swarmed by two people. Andrea Dimitru, 45, and her child, who identifies as Sabrina Starman, 21, were now facing assault and harassment charges. The two came forward and apologized on Monday, but McPherson called their efforts disingenuous. Now, this is the attacker's statement.
What I did was completely wrong. I don't condone violence, but I'm human, not perfect. I'm not a robot. I have hundreds of calls that are driving. Telling you they're going to kill us, rape my daughter, gender her. She's suffering and something is not about this, what we're going through right now. I never in my life had experienced such trauma.
Worst apology imaginable. You want people to feel sympathy for you after putting out that kind of energy against an individual who had right to park where she chose. The energy you put out is energy you get back, typically. That's how it works here. Quote, I don't think it's from their hearts, like deep down, McPherson said, quote, but I just hope they could see what they did wrong and kind of get an understanding of how to operate or act in certain situations from this situation. That's right, it's called being a mirror. You gave them an opportunity. Their apology was quite lacking, if you ask me. There's more. The punches thrown during the brawl were nearly outdone by the venom in the air as the exchange devolved into a barrage of racial slurs. This is not the viewers' quote. They were trying to literally rip my hair out of my scalp, said McPherson, 21, a Pace University student. She later spoke with the New York Post describing the moment. She was tackled and dragged to the pavement outside a brick row house on Putnam Avenue, July 7th. Quote, I definitely did beat her for my life. Quote, you're a monkey B-word. Dimitru is heard yelling in the video, quote, you're an immigrant B-word. McPherson fired back. You're an effing slave B-word, Starman shouted. You're a slave for what is wrong. End quote. Starman and Dimitru said the attack has upended their lives and that they weren't the ones who started. Quote, it was the way she approached us and provoked us for a whole 30 minutes straight, says Starman. So the 45-minute mark where we got arrested because we were just only sticking up for ourselves. McPherson isn't buying their defense or their apologies. Quote, I don't accept the apology only because I feel like the apologies are only because of how much outreach the video is getting. She said, I don't think the apology is wholesome. I don't think it's from their hearts, like deep down. After the arrest, McPherson did get to park in the contested spot, but the cost was steep. She now avoids going out alone and plans to leave the community altogether. This is one of those classic examples of individuals who simply cannot see themselves. They don't have the self-analytical ability to look in their past and say, you know what? I should be a better human being than that. I should be a better person than that. Jackson, you are a studier of people. And typically when somebody gets caught doing something like this, they're able to see themselves when they're in a better mood, a better position in life. They will say, you know what? That wasn't a good version of me. These individuals have basically doubled down and they want everyone else to feel sorry for them for the situation that they put themselves in and harm another person.
Yeah, basically, I mean, there's no real insight that was gained from that situation. I mean, it's not like they were fighting over the self-defense. They were protecting themselves. It was three of them. So, you can't say that you don't condone violence, yet you're willing to jump somebody over a parking space. I mean, it's not this serious, but as an adult, hopefully a good skill that people can learn is to diffuse situations or walk away if you really aren't if you really don't have to defend yourself physically, but just walk away from it, man. Who cares? And all the trouble that you have to go through for that. I mean, if y'all would have just found somewhere else to park, then we wouldn't be talking about this. Everybody online wouldn't have seen it, and you wouldn't be in a position to where your credibility shook. It's unfortunate that she had to go through this at all, and I don't particularly have faith that these individuals are going to learn anything from this. I mean, maybe they will in time, but that's not up to us.
I just want to say how nice looking he was.
You're waiting for your doggy, playing slots, blackjack, and more. How about a jackpot, baby? It's all the fun of the casino floor.
New players get 500 total spins on Huff and More Puff with a deposit of just $5. Make it
I wanted to really find one. Damn. Where the people actually came out and was like, fuck that. I mean, because they came out for her. Did y'all hear me? Just say, look, we're not going to have this. You're not going to be jumping on her. All of them for one girl. Community gathers for 21-year-old girl who was beat up about parking spot in New York.
Community gathers for 21-year-old girl who was beat up about parking spot in New York.
Okay, so
People these days are crazier than we thought. So have you seen this story floating around about the parking spot dispute? It seems as though Jay, who was 21, a college student, was returning home from work at about 7:30 that evening, and she's circling around the blocks over and over again trying to find parking. She ends up finding a space that's open. There's just this twig of a man standing outside, and she's like, whatever, trying to park me. That's pulling her hair.
okay, I want y'all to hear.
Sabrina has ran up on Jade, and Sabrina is getting ready to grab a handful of Jade's hair. Sabrina has Jade in a headlock, while Sabrina is holding Jade in a headlock and uppercutting her. The mother who is in front, as you can see, she is getting ready to start getting her hits in. in, and the skinny, smelly man is hitting her from behind. At this point, two of them have their hands in Jade's hair, and they're pulling her. Sabrina almost has Jade to the ground, still a handful of her hair, has her still in a headlock. The smelly man is kicking her, punching her. The mother is pushing Jade's head down, trying to grab a handful of her hair as well. And the mother now has Jade in a headlock, while Sabrina is pulling her hair still. Jade is on the ground, and Sabrina is repeatedly punching her in the face, has now pulled out a piece of her braid. The mom comes out of nowhere and punches her in the side of her face. And now the tiny man runs. Now he's scared. You can hear it. You can hear it. So let's see what they got to say in this interview. Shout out to the YouTube platform who decided to do it. The YouTuber is named Strange McKnights, and he does a very Vlad style interview where he's not on camera, but he's asking questions, and he's asking these two what happened, and they're going to tell us their version of the story.
40 years here, 30 something years here. All of you, man. This is just 30 something years. Basically, yeah, we started this movie for 30 something years. Yeah, make sure you know. Yeah, right. That's it was. Oh, no, my mom has to come back yet, but she can't. So I'm just going to last week.
I definitely get the feeling that Sabrina is loving this attention.
Have the space. Absolutely. So I appreciate you both sit down to see what us did. Like I told you, you know, from the parents just, you know, speak with no one. Oh, really? Yeah, I have hundreds of calls, which I've done any they tell me how they're going to go and kill us, degrading my daughter and misgendering her, in the only horrible way possible. So I have questions about that also impacted this house or in the best part of the home. I appreciate how she's suffering and doing this. It's not about this. What we're going through right now, this is, I never in my life have experienced such trauma. And I have surgery coming up.
Oh my gosh, this is so eerie. We just watched them jump somebody. They just was calling her a monkey, calling her out of her name. I know that she was calling them out of their name too, but to say that it was all of this trauma caused to Sabrina when Sabrina was walking Jade down in a headlock and a handful of hair. Oh, what?
Don't. My mom is older. I fear for my life.
Oh my God.
I don't even trust. I have no idea. I fear for my life. I'm scared to turn. They're doing exactly what they're saying. I had two women come up in here. And they're escorting them out. When I told Mary, please get them come here. I joined the car because when that fight was going on outside. They came and I told them, why did you just escort them and told you to arrest them? Why did you hear me? Because they're joining that they're going to kill us. They have it all in truth. I can't live like that.
Okay.
So, no one deserves to live like this.
Nobody deserves to get hands put on them for a parking spot at all. And there's no excuse as a grown 45-year-old woman why she should have even jumped into that fight, especially if she seen her child out there fighting. You're the grown-up of the situation. You're the adult. You're the mother. You're the elder. You're supposed to be like, oh, y'all ain't about to do all this now. Supposed to have enough common sense, and now she want to sit up here. They're doing this. I think what they said they were gonna do. We're supposed to feel sorry for you, girl. We see you clear as day, getting down for nothing, not even being a mature adult.
So, I'm so sorry.
So,
Thank you for sharing that.
oh,
Let's rewind to the day. Okay. It's okay. Just on the story. Just tell us your words. What happened about it? Also, what's your business? I wasn't even here when all of this happened. I came probably like 15 minutes out of that whole situation when it happened outside. Like, I don't know. I came and I approached the young woman. I said, excuse me, what's going on? But there was no type of communication with the woman whatsoever because all she kept saying is, shut up, bitch, shut up, bitch, shut up, bitch. She did not even give me the opportunity to be like, take the parking. Just take the parking. It's not that taking it.
How would she be able to take the parking if that man was standing right there with the trash can not allowing her to? Yeah, it's in the video.
She didn't give me the opportunity. She kept cursing me out. She kept degrading me, calling me white trash.
Jerry's made headlines over the past year as one of the best ways to save on car insurance. See, most people only shop for car insurance once or twice in their lifetime and then live with the rates that the company gives them forever. That's how most people end up overpaying for car insurance. With Jerry, things are different. You can shop for lower rates on car insurance.
Assuming what I don't even know the words. I can't even explain the things that this
People who lie like this get on my nerves because it's like everybody is against them, everybody is attacking them, and all they want in the world is for people to like them, and it's so hard. But as soon as they get mad, oh, they get crazy as hell. They gonna talk about you like a dog. Don't let them know you. They gonna pull out everything that you ever did in your past and use it against you. They gonna make you feel so little and let you say one thing back to them that strike a chord. Well, at least I'm still married to my husband and he didn't cheat on me with my sister. Oh, that. I can't believe you was saying. But you've been going and going and going for the past hour and a half on me. But now all of a sudden you so, oh yeah, she one of them. Can't trust her for 45 minutes because of your sitting on. And if the mama like this, the kid is definitely worse. She was mentally, she was dropping me. Like that point, the way she was cursing me out. She was going Mexican, fucking immigrants. I'm not sure if I'm watching this cycle. Get the fuck out of the trash. You're not gonna get this fucking party. All I was telling you is let's wait for the police. Let's wait for the police. Let's wait for the police. No, you wasn't. Liar. If we can find out again, I got to see how I was taking on myself for 45 minutes. Absolutely nothing. We were waiting for the police to come. I was sitting there for 45 minutes. To those people, no one came to defend anything. No one came to break absolutely anything. Meaning to put your on the side. Where she was saying, I need to build up all the color people around me. Because Mexicans for the best color. I know. Color. We know she used it with the R. We know she used that hard R out there before they start recording. That really you hear a bunch of the same things. Then she was disrespecting my daughter, rejecting her, calling her fat, calling her a drag, calling her a drag last night. I don't know the words at this point that came out of her mouth. It was unbelievable. The mental trauma that I had from her. So I'm going to go, bitch, shut the fuck up, bitch. Shut the fuck up, sit the fuck down, bitch. Don't you get smacked today. Don't you get fucked up today. It was only one of her. You see that reaction, that body jerk, this face, I don't like it. I don't like it. So you get to say, oh, we're getting misgendered, and that automatically puts you on the same level as a woman where you can walk her down how Sabrina did. I'm sorry, this isn't making sense to me. At what point was Sabrina supposed to control herself if she wants to be identified as a woman and not do that? This ain't baddies. This ain't none of that. This is reality. This is real life. And quiet as kept. Some of the Reddit commenters were saying that they've been a problem on this book.
Exactly,
yeah,
Miss Smith.
for a long time, and they've been doing this same routine all the time. Skinny, smelly man, go out there, stand in the parking spot. So when she come home from work, she got a space right outside of the apartment. Mind you, there's no assigned parking, but they feel like because they don't live there for so long at that apartment building, then they're supposed to be able to take that spot right in front. You can't do that. It just does not work that way. But I hold my pocket in my pocket. It was so much happening. I don't really remember what I remember. She was disrespecting me in the whole way.
Is that fine? Of course. So just tell me your words.
So basically,
Did you go
I was upstairs and I got a phone call from my mom just to check out what was going on because she heard from other neighbors that someone was yelling outside our house for parking. So I just went out my window. I was like, what's going on? What's going on, bitch? Like, but that's how it's all press. The person is not, I wasn't insinuating towards anyone. I was just trying to figure out what's going on because it was crazy screaming. Well, who just says that to a stranger? What's going on, bitch? What's up, bitch? Hello, bitch. Thank you for calling me Evergy. Would you like to pay your phone bill, bitch? What's up, bitch? It wasn't directed towards nobody. Yeah, it was. That's not the way that you approach anybody. This is a grown ass person. This is an adult right here. You know how to be respectful. You could have been like, what's the problem or what's up? What's going on? Sabrina came, wasn't argument. Aggravation, insults being thrown by her to other people as well. So, she, okay, no, but you didn't get there, right? She told her, come outside, bitch. Everybody gonna get slapped today. And, I was just thinking about my mom. You know, what?
Oh my God.
I just, for the safety of my mother, I wanted to see what was going on. The moment my mom had arrived and approached her calmly, she just started calling her racial slurs, threatening her, calling her. And so I was like, what happened, bitch? Because, you know, these insults were being heard by everyone. Every 30 minutes straight, she wouldn't, like, stop yelling. And I would understand if we reacted that way for a parking purpose, for parking, it was the way she approached us and provoked us for a whole 30 minutes straight. So 45-minute mark, we got arrested because we were just always sticking up for ourselves. So I don't care how much emotion Sabrina try to play. And if y'all know
You don't know how hard our life is out here. And when life is hard, we got to call the police. And when we call them, they come for us. They help us. But as a woman, it's just so hard. Please get off of our screens with this bullshit right here. Why are y'all even trying to clear your name? The video's already released. Go to court September 9th. Tell them that you didn't do nothing. See what the judge say when they look at that video. Then come back and tell us what the story of what happened. And I hope and pray Jade comes out and says something. This still does not merit the response of let us three jump one woman who is small. She about the size of the skinny man that was running away from her when she got by herself. That one, she about that size. So what are y'all doing jumping into the fight? Mama even got some weight on her ass. What?
Can you also explain too what was going on with like the parking? So they were trying to save a spot for you. So maybe just tell me what's happening before she pulled up. Just
I have no idea. I wasn't there. I got there.
got it.
But everything that happened,
How did you know holding a spot for you?
someone was holding the parking for me. I went to grab something else, so I had to like crazy insane, and it's dumb because I didn't really get one of those plates and not have the issue, but I just didn't have time to do any of that. That's not the issue here. It's the problem.
Oh, so she can actually go down and get her own parking space or get something done on her license plate so they don't have this issue. If you don't have time, 30 years, she served her community and she ain't never had time to follow the rules in order to have that parking spot. You know where you live at.
I got the late. It's how someone was holding the parking for me. That person, I don't know what I wasn't there.
And she keeps saying that person, they don't want the dude who live with them too to get caught up in this.
Very targeted towards me and my mother and towards the Latino community, the Hispanic community, the intersex community, trans people in general, people of color in general. I don't know why she felt the need to cover us for being Hispanic or Latino or something that she just assumed out of the blue. As we went down to calling me a man or saying that I'll never be a woman, but she won't fight a man. She was insinuating before I ever did anything that she wanted to fight me, but when she heard my voice, she figured that I was a man and said that she could call her mother to handle me.
Yeah, but they can't speak if you guys were involved as part of this. Obviously, the third individual.
Yeah.
His actions. I mean, I think that's what a lot of people are looking seeing. And, wait on her clothes. Because I believe it's just you two.
Honestly, no, I was unaware of his actions. I was
What? It was right there. And they want us to feel sorry for them. Oh, racism. They just was so racist. She was so racist to me. Just racism. And she told us that she was going to slap all of us. We said, should we get in line and take numbers? And she said, hell yeah, ugly ass people, get in line and take a number. And I'm going to call y'all one by one. And y'all wait. So we got in line and she slapped each one of us one by one. So we had to fight. Come on now. This is this bullshit.
you cannot approach yourself like that. That person has nothing to do with me personally, but the way he involved himself, I don't condone violence in general, but you
What?
understand that as humans, we also have our breaking point in general, and someone that has never experienced such harassment in general, like that, I don't people that actually knows people that are not like she's
So what Sabrina does is fight people who Sabrina feel like she can take down. So okay, I see what it is. Sabrina's always loud and she's just such a sweet little innocent person. But when she got outside, everything bad that has been done towards her, whether it's been her getting misgendered in different spaces or whatever the case may be, and she decided I'm gonna hit Jade as hard as I can because this opponent I know for a fact is weaker than me. Jade is smaller than me. Jade is a woman. At the end of the day, Sabrina pulled a braid out of the
Yes, Miss Mill, call ice.
Y'all violent. Y'all violent. Yeah, y'all violent.
Like it was completely wrong. I don't condone violence.
But I'm smiling about it.
I'm perfect. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not lying. I tried my best to see what was going on, and at the end, she wouldn't stop. And I guess as my initial reaction, the fight began. Like you mentioned, that other person.
What's the legacy? Just explains to you that. What's his
You know, it's so much on the street. He's not gonna be
He live with y'all. That's her baby. That's her man.
He's my neighbor, and
You be fucking him, and he live with you.
yeah, everybody knows each other here. Sure. I'm scared for my life.
people were applauding this video?
I mean, when people were doing that, can you believe this is right? I was wrong, but is that right? Delusional.
Everything that happened. Like, we should return back time and be where it was. Nobody wanted to go back. I just don't want to be that. It's not my character to take it down.
The cry voice with no tears is always a sign to me too that this person is a liar.
So, one of the questions is kind of been what you're talking about. That's just the question of that. Just tell me how crazy is it to party?
Sometimes. We're actually inspired by someone from down the block and someone that actually lives from our street too. All the street homes so that we can like save her cake. It wasn't intentional to really vlog or make traffic or not let people park where they might really should, but out of that information and the topic of having crazy parking situations in general in the Ridgewood community, we just know it's by that ourselves. So we should have that, but it wasn't meant to hurt anyone.
Love slots? The DraftKings Casino app's got you covered. They got tons of slots to choose from, like Cash Eruption, Cleopatra, plus.
I don't know what scripts to bring up.
Well, they,
Jada McPherson, the lady that got jumped over the parking spot in New York, she finally speaks out. This is what she had to say about the incident.
I didn't tell them that I was gonna get in the head and everything. I was just trying to defend myself at the time. I could pull my head. I was gonna be an agenda like experience one, and I'm like.
so look, this is my thing to show you how delusional they are. Delusional as hell. Yes, we need to call ICE on their ass. First of all, the daughter Sabrina is a transgender, which means she's a man, born a man. I haven't had the operation, I don't know, but you were fighting a girl. You ran your big ass out there and you fought her. You know what I don't understand? That those guys that were out there watching, the one that was even videotaping, they weren't black, because if they was black, that would not have happened. I live in Detroit, and if I had been there as a visitor, just walking, I would have jumped in that. I would have been arrested in New York. And I would have felt justified for doing it. It's no way as a man that I could have watched that. The one guy, he tried to help, but he had back surgery. Who had the pajama bottoms on? I think that was Sabrina. Are you talking about the one that ran up on her and fought her? Yeah, that was Sabrina. That was Sabrina that ran. I'm looking at it now. Yeah, that was Sabrina. Yeah, but that was Sabrina that they just interviewed. Hold on, let me look at this. Hey, well, yes, that was a man. Look, we're gonna look at it again. Do y'all know? I thought she was popping that trunk. What if she had had a gun in there and shot them? She would have been justified. The guys in there talking about they all gay. Why didn't you go over there and stop it? The one man that did try to help, he was on a cane, had a back problem. Okay, I saw this the other day. It was hard to watch. The first thing I thought, but I saw it was, this is why wants them gone. Orange wants them gone. With this example, he's right. Can't believe it. I said, come on, listen. Then they got up there and played the victim. But my thing was this. Sabrina, the one in pajamas, you built like a man, you shaped like a man, you're tall like a man, and you fought this. And then the other one, the mother, I ain't never been so terrified. Bitch, you didn't look terrified on that damn video. If you were terrified, why didn't you take your ass in the motherfucking house? If you was that damn terrified, go in the house. And then my thing is this. On that tape, the girl, Sabrina, the daughter / son, I misgendered you, bitch, because I can. If you talking about you sat out there and she was cussing your mama out for 30 minutes, bitch, let me hear. I'm out the window and hear somebody cussing my mama out for 1 minute. Soon as I fucking hear it, I'm running out there. You didn't stay in that house for no damn 30 minutes because you wasn't worried. Your mom and that man was out there cussing that girl out. Yes, the girl was going back at the ass, what she was supposed to. That still didn't warrant y'all jumping her. Y'all jumped her. The daughter already had one up on it. You used to be a man, bitch. Why did anybody? Now, if a man beat your motherfucking ass, then you're going to say, that's gay bastard. But what the fuck did you do to her? What was that called? And it pisses me off when I see that. You're going to run your big, gumpy, manly ass on her and fight her. But as soon as a nigga beats your ass, y'all know I'm part of the LGBTQ community, but when I get upset when these transgender women fight women, I could see if that girl came up to you and punched you and was fighting you, then you kick her ass. But you ran up on her, bitch. If I had been there, I would have stumped your motherfucking ass. Pulled your motherfucking hair. Drugged you and your mammy up and down that motherfucking street. Bitch. I done got pissed. When I look at that shit, it pissed me the fuck off. It didn't take all three of y'all to fight. And then that little motherfucking bony ass Skeletor looking motherfucking man. Bitch. I want to go to New York. You know, I know they already see up. Y'all don't know. I'll whoop that ass and come right on back. Exactly. She could have a pow then. Right. I know that's right. Big girl did that. Right. Now, what it is the black girl, and I believe that this is what happened. That man who the mama go with or fucking, she told him, and they had been doing it. Look, put that garbage can out there, so when I get off, I can park. There's no doubt about that. The girl was driving around, like she said, "Hey, wait, y'all been out here for a minute. It's been a minute. Y'all can't save a spot." So she got out and she was talking. The mama did not seem nowhere on there scared. I've never been so traumatized. Bitch, you did the traumatizing. You did that shit. We see it on the video. And the man was out there and the girl was coming. You know, black folk can come back with the motherfucking words. Y'all know them words. Then you got Sabrina, the daughter. But you already mad because she a woman and you ain't. Let's call a thing a thing. Bitch, you already mad because she real fish. What you do? First thing y'all do, y'all pulling her hair. Why? Because it wasn't really hers. But you wonder why they think transgenders don't like women. If you did like that woman, you would have never started. Especially because you want to be a woman. Especially because you want to be a woman. You would have tried to say, look, girl, let's calm this down. Or try to be her bestie. She could have gave you some pointers of how to look more like a woman. You big, burly, manly looking bitch. I hope they do prosecute y'all. I hope y'all do go to jail. I hope they put you, Sabrina, on the side you're supposed to be on. The side you belong on, and that's the men's side. And they pass you around like a motherfucking submarine sandwich. Everybody gets a turn. Everybody gets a bite. And when they figure out what the fuck you in there for, they will. Mama, shut the fuck up, mama, with your lying ass. Y'all don't even know how to lie right. It's a whole fucking video of y'all. And you're sick. I don't give a fuck what. Y'all ran up on her. She didn't run. I can't. See, that's I keep telling y'all, fuck words. Y'all ran up on her. The big burly manly bitch. You ran up on her, motherfucker. If y'all were that terrified, y'all could have turned around and took y'all ass in the building. What was she? She couldn't stop y'all. Y'all could have got away. If y'all were that fucking scared, because hell, if I'm scared, I'm gonna run away. Let me run. When you're scared, you don't run to the problem, bitch. You run away from it. How dumb y'all sound. That's what's wrong with you motherfuckers. I don't like ice either, but some of you bitches need ice. Some of you bitches, you need ice. And I'm not talking about in your glass of motherfucking water or in your motherfucking cocktail. Some of these motherfuckers need ice to help melt these bitches away. Melt some of these bitches away. And what's the sad part? Is a motherfucker They know they lying. They trying to believe it. They motherfucking self. Well, you know, they would tell me, I mean, it just went on and on. It just went on and on, and, and I couldn't believe it. Oh my God! And I was so worried about my mama. Your mama 45. First of all, let's talk about this mama being 45 and how old that whole look. Let's talk about the mama being 45 and how old this bitch look. Huh. That's why a lot of people don't like the black race because she doesn't need to park around there because they might do something. So you know what? See, I couldn't live nowhere where we was that close and jam packed because I didn't realize in like the part of New York I was in, the brownstones, it was no front yard. So we got I like a front yard, or at least shit. New York is not a place that I would ever want to live. I enjoy visiting there a couple of times that I've been. I remember even walking, and I was walking, and look, people was just bumping me. And I was like, these some, because I kept saying, excuse me, or excuse me. And then I was like, these rude bitches, these are rude motherfuckers. There's one lady, she said, baby, she said, baby, they don't take it serious. She said, nobody, but just keep it moving. They just all trying to get somewhere. I was like, if one more bitch bump me, one more bitch bump me, it's motherfucking about to get my ass whooped in New York. But I was like, if one more bitch bump me and don't say excuse me, baby, the woman should have never told me that because I was bumping motherfuckers like hell. So we like to bump folks. I'm bumping every bitch that passed me. I ain't gonna be the bumpy. I'm gonna be the bumper. I said I ain't gonna be the bumpy. I'm gonna be the motherfucking bumper. And I walked through there, baby, and bumped some bitches. Yes, I did. So anyway, now let me tell you this. So speaking of New York, the wardrobe lady Tuesday. Tuesday is Kim Whitley's. Y'all know the actress, comedian Kim Whitley. It's her sister. So we're in New York. And she was like, oh my God. She was kind of eccentric to me. I wonder how Tuesday's doing. Well, anyway, I'm gonna show you how Tuesday is her mind. She would dress Kim Whitley, and she dressed Kim Whitley for some award show. She made her outfit. And she got the magazine, and Kim Whitley was on the worst dress. You know how they had best dress, worst dress. Well, Kim Whitley was on the worst dress, and Tuesday was showing this magazine. I'm like, oh look, my her outfit was in there, and she was proud that it was in there, even though it was on the worst dress. But I kind of get it because that's just a figure of opinion. The stuff that they had, ah. So anyway, Tuesday goes. Let's go to Planet Sushi. It's a place in New York called Planet Sushi. I don't know if it's still open, but Planet Sushi. I'm not a big sushi person, none of that, but I was like, okay, me, her, and my friend Dottie Peoples, keyboardist Dwayne White. We all go because they was my hanging buddies. And so we get there, Those was my drinking hanging buddies. Oh, we had a good time. So, but I'm sitting there and I don't eat no sushi, but I'm drinking the sake. The old nice warm wine. Oh, that sake got me together. I was like, what kind of like I was like Florida Evans on Good Time. Remember her and that man Carl went to the she had to sit on the floor. I was feeling like Florida, drinking that sake. And anyway, they was eating that and I said, well, I can't eat no raw fish, I like the rice. And I was like, what is that? It looked like barbecue. And I ate it. It was eel. She had me eat some eel. She lied to me. Do y'all know I almost threw up all over the stuff? I almost threw up all over. I would have to pay for shit because they lied. But as I was sitting there, the actor Treat Williams was sitting there, and I wanted to just jump up because I love me some Treat Williams. That's a gorgeous white man. Anyway, I said hi to him and told him I enjoyed his movies. I I didn't ask for a picture or autograph. That just wasn't me. I'd never done that. But I just said, well, how you doing? I enjoy your movies, Treat Williams. And he don't do movies no more. Probably ever since we had sex. But anyway, that's a whole nother story. Um, so leaving there, I walked past a place and they had all of this chicken just in the window. Oh my God, the food was it was called the Chirping Chicken. Listen, wasn't he good? Look, he was sitting right next to me, looking good with he was reading his paper with his legs crossed, looking good as hell, eating sushi and drinking sake. I said, hey Treat, how you doing, Treat William. Miss Smith, listen, not too many people know who see we there, Miss Smith. See, we right there, baby, because not too many people would know who Treat Williams was. Look him up, people. Look him up. He's been in a lot of Lifetime movies. Y'all look him up. Well, I was able to shake his hand and give him a hug. Well, anyway, I leave out of there. And I walk past, it was called the Chirping Chicken, where they would have all these chickens hanging upside down, roasted chicken. Oh my God. And I was like, you know what? I got to come get some of this chicken. We were in New York for 2 weeks. Out of those 2 weeks, I might have ate there 8 times. 8 times. That's how good the chicken. It was right around the corner from the Beacon Theater. That is how delicious it was. I also was able to go to Sylvia's in New York. Sylvia's Soul Food. I ate there. She catered us in Atlanta, her personally and her children for Thanksgiving. So I got able to eat at one in Atlanta and one in New York. Um, Speaking of New York, I was just doing that. Um, New York was the first place that I even knew. I didn't know what Ubers were. We hadn't had them in Detroit or Lyfts, and I remember walking with Tuesday because New York was her thing. She had me all over New York, visiting people. I remember her flagging the car down, and I was like, "It ain't no taxi." I was like, she was like, "Come on." I said, "I'm not getting in the car with that stranger." I thought, no the fuck. I am not just getting in this car. And she was like, "No, that's what they do here." And I was like, "Oh shit!" But looking back on it, that was Uber. That was Lyft. And we go to this place, me, her, and Dwayne, and it's a funeral home. What the fuck? But the guy lived in the front. It was his family's funeral home. And the whole time we was sitting there having juice and stuff, I could smell the formaldehyde. And I was like, you know what? I had the second drink I had, you could not tell me that was a movie where the dead people was going to wake up and come get me and want me to be part of the dead community. Oh my God. I was just there. We had smoked weed too, and I kept saying, "I gotta go, I gotta go." I was so paranoid that Dwayne and Tuesday laughed at me so bad because I was like, "It just don't feel right. We in the back of a fucking funeral home." No, 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 no. I kept feeling like I was hearing a coffin calling my name. I go, I go. I called my mama. Oh Jesus, I was. But we got a chance to see. I did go see the Empire State Building. I got a picture of me on top of it. I went to see the Statue of Liberty, the World Trade Centers. I went to the Windows of the World restaurant. Um, I love New York. I really did. It was really good to me. Just couldn't live there. It's too damn busy. All right, y'all. Well, I came over here to talk about that. I will be coming back tomorrow just to talk about certain topics. Just to talk about certain topics. Thank you guys, the ones that came in. I know this is another channel. I'll be on here for a little bit, trying to get them all popping. Remember, y'all, please comment, like, subscribe, share. Uh, Comment, like, subscribe, share. Damn. Comment, like, subscribe, share. Um, what's the word I'm looking for? Support. $ 313 Community Microisland. That's always look. Don't judge me. Judge yourself. And remember, if you're having a bad day, there's always tomorrow. Tomorrow can be better. Pain may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning. Now I'm going to get off of here and watch me some movies and thank God that He is allowing me to see another day. And any problems that are in my essence or in my future, I know God is already there and He's already taken care of. Love you guys, and you guys have a wonderful, blessed day. Thank you all. Comedian Michael Allen, I'm out. Peace.